In this video, let's see how you can save the data persistently in the presentation layer. So again, we'll see both ways where we extract data from the SAP system and allow the user to download that data as one flat file and save it in his system locally, or he can also save the data in one flat file and he can upload it to our program for processing. So we'll see both scenarios. To work with the presentation layer, SAP provides a class called CL GUI Frontend Services. So if you open this class in Class Builder, it has various methods using which you can get a lot of information about the presentation layer that the user is using. And for example, this directory browse will give you all the directories in his PC. Directory create will allow you to create a folder in the user's workstation. So there are a lot of methods. We'll be interested in this GUI upload and GUI download. So using these methods, static methods, we can upload the data from the user's workstation into our program or download the data from our program into user's workstation. So first we'll see the upload case and then we'll download that data. So for uploading the data from the user's workstation into our program, we'll call this method GUI upload of this class CL GUI Frontend Services. I'll be uploading this file. I've created one file in one of my directories on the desktop, and in this I've maintained some data and each field is tab separated. So there's a tab space between each field. So I've created some 3 records and I'll be uploading this particular file into my program. So for that, you need to first define one structure, and this structure should have all character fields matching the flat file that you're uploading. So my flat file has 3 fields. So I'll create a structure with 3 fields. Let's say begin of ty_file. Let's say Matnar type Matnar. These fields should be all character fields. If you have any numeric fields, even if you are uploading some numeric data, then in this structure you should create them as character fields only. You cannot use numeric fields. So I'll say, but in my case all fields are anyway characters, so I can directly use this. Otherwise I'll create char 2, char 3, char 10 or char 20 fields depending on the length of the data. So make it tx end of ty_file. Then I'll create data it_file type standard table of ty_file. So I'll upload to this internal table. Then once we upload, we'll write it in the output. So I'll use one work area for this, like line of my IT file. Then to upload the file, I'll call this method. I'll select the pattern button, then select ABAP object patterns. Here I'll give the class name CL GUI Frontend Services, and I'll call this method GUI upload. So to this I have to pass the file path, file type, field separator, these 3 I'll pass, and I'll get the data into my IT file, and I'll catch the exceptions. So whenever you're calling the function modules or methods, if it has exceptions, make sure you uncomment it so that if any exception is raised, it will gracefully exit rather than giving a runtime error. So for path, I'll give this path text.txt. So this is the file I'm uploading. And file type, you can either specify, if you are uploading some binary data, then you can give bin as the option. Otherwise, if it's some character data or text, you give ASCII. And has field separator, we are separating each field by tab space. So I'll pass X because there's a field separator. And then you can, these are all optional. So this should be good. And once I get the data into my file, I'll loop at IT file and I'll write into WA file, and let's say WA file. So if I keep a breakpoint here and execute, if you look at my ID file, it's empty, and once I call this method, it will read that file and fill my internal table with the data in the file. So this is the file I'm reading. This is the data the file has. The same data is uploaded into my internal table. After that, if I want, I can update this data into the database table or process it whichever way you want. So this is the data. Now, if I want to download this, some data that is there in my internal table, so after uploading, I'll use the same data. Instead of looping, let's say we'll download it. So to download, I'll call this GUI download. So let's say you extracted some data from SAP database tables and then you want to allow the user to download. So something like you're showing a report output and the user wants to save that report output locally in his on his desktop. Then we can provide one button in the report output, clicking on which he can download that output and save it locally. So to download, we'll call this method GUI download. To this, again I'll pass the file path. So I'll save it as a new file. So file path is, file name is this. So instead of text.txt, let's say file.txt. So it should create one new file in this directory. Right now I have only test.txt. After this it should create file.txt. File type is ASCII. If it is append, that means if the file already exists, then it will add this new data to the same file at the end. And write field separator X, and rest all are optional. Then I'll pass the table which has the data, and I'll uncomment the exceptions. So I'm uploading the file into my internal table. The same file I'm again downloading as a new file so that you know how to download it. So to upload, we are calling this upload, GUI upload. To download, we are calling the GUI download. And in both cases, I'm giving my internal table. So in GUI download, it will download the data of this internal table into a file. Whereas in GUI upload, it will read the data from the file and fill my internal table with the data. So let's see what happens. If I execute, it has uploaded the data, and the same data I'll download it by calling GUI download. So if I execute, so the data is transferred, 85 bytes transmitted. So if I look at my directory, you see one new file is created, file.txt, and if I open it, it has downloaded that data. Okay, so using this GUI upload and GUI download methods of this CL GUI front-end services class, you can persistently save the data in the on the user's workstation or upload the data that is stored on the user workstation. Sometimes the users will have some Excel file or a text file that they've received from another system or another application. So they'll download it from that application, and then they'll want you to create one ABAP program which can process this data and update in your SAP system. So in that case, we'll upload the file and process it. And similarly, in most cases, the users want to save the report output locally. So in that case also, we'll allow them to download this data from your ABAP program and save it locally on their workstation. So this is the class provided by SAP for working with the files at the presentation layer. Okay, so this concludes our topic on persistent data. So we've seen how you can persistently save the data in the database, how you can do it in the application server, and how you can do it in the presentation server or presentation layer. So see you in the next video.